I'm excited that you're here today to learn a little bit more about how you can improve on your personal relationships. What works, right? These couples we tracked, we hear things like this. They complain about a specific action that happened. They accept responsibility when they did something wrong. And they use that reflective listening, engaging. Well, what else? Give me more information, following up with that. And they use these basics. Interesting. Yeah. Great. Those are engaging cues to your partner that you're connecting. There's also a give and take, right? You have some positive to add, and I have something to say. We're going to go back and forth. And we talk about that, writing the history, remembering the positive things. We also see that they schedule that time, right, to work out those problems. They put the limits from 15 minutes right on those complaints. They know how to resolve a conflict. And they try to correct when it's getting tense. They call them repair attempts to correct, or they use humor, or see couples that are arguing and then they'll stick their tongue out at each other or something. Like it's a correcting way to calm things down when things are getting tense. And they're willing to stay in the game, like stick in there to avoid it, to engage it for like that 15-minute, right? I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna run away from this problem. You give more time to your partners. You share your feelings of how things are going. You find ways to touch, and we're going to talk a little bit about that next. You acknowledge the past when it's been successful. I want you to describe your own feelings and your needs that you have. And remember the complaints. You need to have 5 positive to 1 negative. And the idea that we see with couples is that if you can use a gentle complaint, like a ease into a soft way to approach, like instead of you have a problem, like we have a problem, how can I help us overcome this? Schedule that time, never being tired or hungry when you do it. Take responsibility and things like, how can I make things better here? Find ways to calm yourself, just like you do in the stressful part of the job when people are yelling at you or whatever. You're able to calm your breathing and slow down. Take some deep breaths, like find ways to calm yourself in the moment. And if you really have to back out and say, hey, I need a timeout. Give me like 30 minutes. I'm going to play with the dog. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go meditate, whatever I need to do. And then I'll be back. And then we can engage this for another 15 minutes. And those repair attempts are vital. Apologizing is always good. Let's get back on track. And here's what I admire about how that conversation went. Those are ways to address it. Remember, small changes in this area will make big differences. Now, I want you to go share these concepts with your partners.